Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's project, I thought I wanted to paint some roses because they were always my favorite flowers. And for that, today I'm using my reference guidebook, which is the Flower Color Guidebook. And I love this book because it has, I think, almost possibly all the flowers in it and their colors. And it's a great book to have if you love painting florals and botanicals. So here I am starting first by just doing a light sketch, and I'm not following just one particular reference. I'm actually referring to two three different types of flowers, but I just thought maybe I'll just change the colors of the flowers. The brush I'm using for this part is the 3/4 size flat brush, and I have discovered that using a flat brush sometimes can be very helpful and allow you to create different brush strokes. And so the first rose I'm painting is a pink shade, but I wanted to go for a more muted pink, and so I've mixed Potter's pink with bright opera rose to get a beautiful muted pink shade. Along with that, I'm also using a bit of permanent yellow in the center of the roses, and since this is the first layer of color, so I'm keeping the pink very diluted and at the same time keeping some white spaces in few areas to represent my highlight areas. Slowly adding in depth starting from the center of the flowers using a size 4 brush and then blending it outwards. Now all this while I'm making sure that my paper is still damp because I'm working wet on wet for this one. I'm also using a 1/4 inch brush for working in smaller sections, and it gives me more control this way. Now, there are so many ways one can paint roses, and there is definitely no one way to do this. So, I personally love a more loose, expressive style of painting. However, I've also tried painting roses in a bit more realism and a mix of expressiveness. It's like the best of both worlds, and I absolutely loved it the way it turned out. To create depth here for my roses, I have mixed various shades of various color shades here with burnt sienna, red brown, as well as quinacridone rose. And to be honest, I am not actually a very technical painter, and I usually sometimes don't remember the shades I've used. Um, and I just paint very intuitively, and I really don't remember sometimes which shade I have used or which color I have used in which part of the painting. But however, lately that since I've been trying to make these videos for you on YouTube, and I'm just trying to be a bit more exact here with the colors that I use so that I can help you guys and share my painting tutorials. But again, I want to add here that art is for fun, and the choice of color should definitely not let you down. But the only thing to remember is to keep a cohesive color palette, understand warm and cool tones, and of course, a bit of value study is definitely helpful. Now, there are tons of videos out there that could help you understand value study, or maybe I can try making one on my channel. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a video on value study. Now, to break the monotony a bit, I have just added a different type of flower here, which will be like a filler flower. So they somewhat look like a carnation or even a small wildflower. Here I have bought in that same yellow color which I added in the center of my flower of my roses, and this is kind of building a bit more of a composition here. So another way that I like to do this is by painting in layers. So what I do is I allow the first layer of color to completely dry out, and then again when I have to apply the second layer, what I do is I take another brush with plain water and just gently wet the area where I'm going to apply my second layer of color. Now this helps me to avoid harsh edges or cauliflower lines as we call it in watercolor. um, so this will allow you to again give you create some beautiful blends, and you can still go on and keep layering your painting. So here comes my favorite part where I now going to add some leaves and stems, and for that I'm using again my regular green that I usually use. So I mix sap green with sometimes I mix it with a bit of burnt sienna, or sometimes even I mix a bit of red to my green to kind of dilute or mute the brightness. And I've realized that it gives me a very natural looking green when I mix a complementary color. And yeah, so those are the basic colors that I use for my leaves. Also another green that I love using a lot is Van Dyke green, and I believe it's available because I use the Mission Magella gold color, and they have a very beautiful Van Dyke green in their set. So I think if you're using any other brand of watercolor, you'll probably find Phthalo green, which is very similar to Van Dyke green. If not, if you still feel that you are not able to get the exact shade that I am using here in Van Dyke green, then you can even mix some purple or any bright violet or some indigo with your sap green, and I think you should be able to get a nice dark bright green. Probably not the exact one as Van Dyke green, but very close to it. Now we're almost at the end of the painting, and I'm just adding some details here and there, also adding a few whimsical details towards the background with a liner brush or even a script liner brush or a rigger brush. And I love doing this because I just feel it makes things very interesting, and I just like the overall look of those whimsical lines here and there. So there you go guys, that's the finished painting and I hope you like it. I hope you learned a few things. If you like this video, then do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you soon again in the next one. Take care and good luck everyone.